Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane, this is Shane Is Games, and welcome to a special Labor Day edition of Shane Is Games. Today, at least in the United States, it's Labor Day, and that means you should be taking the day off. Let me play the video games for you. Today we're going to be playing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This will be the 9th part of my stream. If you want to see the other ones, check out my YouTube in the links below, but otherwise, let's get started.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my gloves are on fire. That's a nice thing to come back to. So, I don't think I have a lot of quests left before it's time to go to Isa. And that's exciting. I'm looking forward to a new area. So first of all, let's head back to the House of Ballads and talk to King Wenson. Continuing this House of Ballads storyline, which I have been enjoying a lot so far. It's really tied into the lore of the world very well. It's interesting characters, asked me to do some interesting things, even if those things have just been go into a dungeon and kill everyone there.
You may search the Empire 10 times over, but you will not find your beloved Wenson, nor his foolish court of enchantments.
Oh shit.
They, like you, are mine. Dream of me, lovely, for we shall be together soon. The time is coming.
Oh shit.
Your mortal histories will speak of this moment. A child of dust in the House of Ballads.
Oh shit, that went wrong in a hurry. Man, did I leave off at a weird point last time.
Good. You are well. The same cannot be said of the king, nor of the court of enchantments. In my absence, the maid has taken them all. Tenwa says that the greatest of ballads, the hero and the maid, was not recovered. This song above all the others must be found. You have acted as our agent thus far, Sagro. Do you continue to stand by us? With all our heroes gone, you may very well be our last light in the darkness.
Not right now. What a miserable response to that speech. What is the hero and the maid?
In that ballad, King Wenson defeats the Maid of Windermere once and for all. He confesses his love to trick her into an embrace. It is close enough for him to strike. If the maid is truly altering our ballads towards more favorable outcomes for her and her minions, then she could rewrite her own demise. She could avoid it altogether.
Alright, what's next?
I knew I could count on you. In the face of uncertainty, your loyalty has proven steadfast. It is no use for us to combat the Maid of Windermere when we do not understand her new magic. There is only one man I know who might shed light on our ignorance. His name is Father Eter. He is a monk and an alchemist, and a trusted friend. Eter may have the answers we seek.
Can't remember if I met him before.
Father Eter watches over a small Almain
Oh yeah, I
mission
did
in
meet
the
him.
southeast, St. Edric's. You will know it by the runes on the hill.
Alright.
Go, find Eter.
So, Maid of Windermere took over the House of Ballads. That's kind of worst case scenario for them. And she stole their story where she loses. So now they don't know how to make her lose. Everything's going wrong. Wow, I was curious how much of the world I have left over. I don't even think I'm halfway through yet. Cripes. Oh wait, down here? Oh yeah, I'm totally not even halfway through yet as far as exploration. Jeez, this place is huge. Surprised I haven't tried that yet. Alright. I've got to see a monk about a fae. Where is he? Upstairs, maybe? Let's take a look. Oh, jeez. Oh, damn it, he's dead. Oh, this quest is going super badly. This is not really the best way to be starting our quest today, with everything going badly. Hey, monks, did you know your
Welcome to St.
head monk
Edric's.
is dead?
Welcome to St. Edric's. You're here to meet with Father Eter, yes? The Father's always playing host to interesting individuals such as yourself.
Yeah, I
His
think that's gonna
quarters are on
stop.
the second floor of the mission bunkhouse. Most of his days are spent inside working on his research. I don't understand a word of it.
Oh, hey, Blue Teeth, I remember him. About Father Eter.
No, I knew that they were arguing, but I never imagined that it would lead to murder. It's enough to make a man question his faith.
Can I turn the game volume up? Sure, hang on just a second now.
Goodbye.
Oh, dang it. Alright, try it now. You have to forgive me. It seems the last two people I've talked to have been super duper quiet, so that might be part of it as well.
You can stay here as long as you like. You're welcome to whatever supplies you can scrounge up around the mission. Matharo will provide for us.
Who was arguing?
Father Eter and his apprentice brother Wolf. They were inseparable, like a true father and son. It was a shared love of alchemy that brought them together. But since their work repairing the village well, they've been acting tense, even hostile. Just this morning I saw Eter fetching water. But now he's gone. Mitharu save us all. You're free to search the bunkhouse. Please, if you can shed any light on this tragedy, we'll do all we can to assist you.
Anything I should look for?
Father Eter and his apprentices conducted many experiments. He had a strong interest in alchemy and the magic of other races. There's proof of it everywhere. 5 years in the swamps of Cluricon was enough to rid me of my lust for war. I was an impetuous youth, raised by the back of my father's right hand. But I found home here with the others. All we seek is a sliver of peace in this vast world. In another life, Wolf was a butcher in Gallifore. He's a naive sort, and his gifts do not lie in prayer. But Father Eter believed that Wolf had been called. I know only what I've seen from this hill. The Fae are a wild race, inspired by the intimacy with the natural. Occasionally, Father Eter would bless you, child.
Alright, let's check out that
Welcome,
bunkhouse.
friend.
See if we can find some clues to what the hell happened to the
Come,
father.
rest a spell.
In the margins of this weathered old journal are the daily devotionals and musings of Father Edric, spiritual leader of St. Edric's Perpetual Mission in Haxie. Tuesday, we broke through this morning. It was a grand adventure. I led the way, dangling from a series of cords and timbers, a puppet on a string. Exciting. I must confess that such breathtaking risks are not the usual labors of a mission, Father. Of course, what is but prayer? I would do it again in an instant. Exciting. The old well was in better condition than we had anticipated. Brother Wolf and I were about to penetrate the collapsed stone within several hours of digging, and soon reached the lake beneath. Water levels were low, likely because of the endless heat we've been experiencing in Haxie this spring. Not a day passes that I don't pray for the health of my Sky Blossom and Kohesh. May the authority protect them from this oppressive blaze. As we prepared the pulley lines and removed debris, the oddest thing happened. Beneath the earth, far in the depths of the well, Wolf made an interesting discovery. It was a crystal. I've seen a great many gems and stones, but I've never seen anything like this in all my days. Oh no, I think I see where this is going. It is quite obvious to me that the crystal possessed magical properties, for its surface moves with a rippling aura. It's like light wavering over the water, but that is all I can gather without performing more experiments. Oh jeez, car alarm out in the lot. My next few days will be spent in close observation. Oh jeez. So I think perhaps what happened there is that was one of those stones that corrupts people. Do you suspect?
Come, rest a spell.
That's what I'm thinking. Alright, I didn't see anything down there, so let's check in the basement. Looks like now that he's dead, it's not looting to take his stuff, so there's that at least. On drink. This religious text advises against the evils of drinking to excess and its repercussions. The righteous Saint Hadwin spoke of wine as his little friend in the faith, for it can serve to muster the courage and settle the stomach. It balances the humors in the same fashion as Mitharu's order equilibrates the disarray of this mortal life, strengthening the sick of body and calming the wounded of spirit. Yet many tragedies await the miserable wretches who expel temperance from conviviality, think excess in drinking to be the happiest life, for their life is nothing but disorientation, debauchery, nakedness, spewing, idleness, hexes, and more drink. You may see such sluggards, half naked, staggering, wearing horse bridles around their necks like the fineries of kings, vomiting on one another in the name of fellowship, and others, flushed with the rose of their drunkenness, filthy, faces like the pale, bulbous countenance of fish, livid, and still seeking another flagon of ale to last them till the sunrise. It is well, dear brothers, to make our acquaintance with this portrait of man at his most disabled, as to place ourselves at the greatest possible distance from it, and to frame ourselves as the beacon towards which these louts must stagger. Mitharu has blessed us with one word to counter all such disability: water. Water! It is the natural necessary beverage, and the gift of the authority. Therefore, water is the proper drink of society and of sobriety. As with all the blessings in keeping with the authority's order, drink should be partaken of with the utmost temperance and moderation, to maintain one's health, one's good standing, and most importantly, one's faith. I therefore advise that those who have undertaken an ascetic life, and who are fond of water, the sweet juice of temperance, to turn their backs on consumption for the sake of intoxication, shunning the allure of the bottle, and instead quenching their thirst with the divine drink of wisdom. It is proper, therefore, that the young man avoid the flickering tongue of the chaos drink, for it is not right to pour into the flaming cauldron of humanity the fieriest of all liquids, wine. Adding, as it were, fire to fire, the crackling blaze will ignite the youthful impulses of man's worst desire. Beware the lusts of the flesh and the hot touch of fornication. I almost made it through it without laughing. Beware lust for vicarious violence and animalistic predation. Beware the roll of the dice and the forked tongue of the hexes dealer. For it is from this goblet that fiery habits are kindled, and young men inflamed from within become prone to the indulgence of vicious propensities. Oh, that was amazing. I think this was my favorite. Vomiting on one another in the name of fellowship. Wow. That sounds like some kind of party right there, Father. I mean, not one I'd want to be anywhere in the vicinity of, but still, it's kind of impressive. Alright, prayer book. No, there's probably not going to be anything interesting in there. I could be wrong, though. That's possible. And another journal. Let's read that one. The strange crystal sits atop my desk. I cannot take my eyes from it. It is not out of adoration or even fascination, but out of a tense foreboding dread that never escapes me, not even as I lay in my bunk at night hoping that I have not doomed my young charges by bringing this cursed thing up from the underground. Perhaps the most troubling development is how the crystal affects young Brother Wolf. This person sitting across the chamber from me is no longer my bright friendly apprentice, but a heavy-eyed fanatic. The strange allure of the crystal has touched him on some spiritual level. He has not been to chapel in days. He has not bathed or eaten. He does not respond to his name. And when he does take notice of others around him, he does so with a gruff sneer. I grieve for him as one mourns the deceased. All day long he stares at the crystal, or plays to it with his whistle, making the swirling red surface flash. My prayers do nothing. All of my research, all of my training, none of it has provided the answers I seek. What is this strange substance, and from where does it derive its magic? What created it, and how did it come to be beneath our mission? Better yet, how can I yet dispose of it without hurting my dear friend? So many questions, but no answers come. Perhaps tomorrow Mitharu will provide. He has yet to disappoint me. Alright, so yeah, it definitely sounds like that guy got corrupted. That's a problem. Alright, so let's head out of here, and I guess we gotta make for the well, maybe? No, it says I gotta search a study still. Didn't see anything else that I should be taking with me, unless the prayer book's something I gotta take. Alright, well, let's use the actual arrow on the map. Alright, so it looks like, oh, it's in here. The one, of course, the one place I didn't search. Storage case. Ooh, that had the crystal in it. You find a mysterious empty case that holds traces of red crystal dust from whatever was once housed inside. On the front is a label that reads, Crystals from the Well Excavation. And let's check out yet another journal. I'm doing a lot of reading today. Hope that isn't bothering everybody. A strange maiden arrived today from beyond the She. Oh, jeez. She had come about the crystal. I knew at once who she was, despite who she claimed to be. Hallam has filled my head with enough fey tales for me to recognize the Maid of Windermere. Yep. If only I could have frozen the faces of my young charges as they watched this enchanted creature walk among them. Poor fools. They did not comprehend the danger they face. The maid is no mere woman, but a powerful magician who could kill any of us with a flick of her smallest finger. I lied to her about the crystal. I had no choice. She must believe I'm either too smart or to surrender the crystal, or too stupid to have discovered it in the first place. But make no mistake, she will return, and when she does, there must be no trace of what transpired here. I must dispose of the cursed thing as soon as possible. But where shall I do it? I beg you, Mitharu, please gift me with the guidance to protect my sons and to do the right thing. Alright, so... Oops. I think I've put together what happened here. He gets the crystal. It corrupts his apprentice. And then the maid shows up looking for the crystal. He lies, says it's not here. Then when she takes off, he tries to dispose of the crystal. Wolf goes ballistic and kills him and takes off with the crystal for himself. It's not a happy story, but I think that's what it is. Alright, so again, I'm going to skip back to Didenhall real quick, do some selling, do some forging, some salvaging, and then be time to head down into that well. I don't think I've really seen any of those red crystals yet. I've heard about them, but I haven't actually
Can I help you?
haven't actually seen any of them yet, so I'm not sure quite what to expect from down there. So that's a little scary. Alright. So I'll sell the Assassin's Longsword, Staff of Sunset, and the Potence.
Don't mind me. I'm soft on those old songs of the hero.
Alright, Assassin's Longsword. Savage Scepter, and the Potent Scepter. Right? Oh, I don't even remember now. Alright, let's me check my armor real quick, see what we want to do there. Ooh. Well, that's fantastic. Let's equip that. And I can break down the other two. Amazing. Wow, that's terrible. How did that even drop? Alright, I kinda want to keep the potent chassis for right now, because I like that extra health and mana. So I'm gonna do that for the moment. Yeah, I can break down nearly all of this.
So long.
So let's do that. Salvage. Let's see what all we can get from here, because I'm gonna be, well, I guess that doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I'm gonna want to be making some more gems after this if I can, since I've got that thing with more slots in it. Ooh, that gave a lot of stuff. Nothing great, but still. Every little bit helps. Alright. Yeah, salvage! I'm doing it. It's happening. This is going down. You're watching it right now. Alright. Sweet. How am I doing on slots now? Ah, not bad. I could be doing better. What else do I need to get rid of? Gotta sell some stuff that I couldn't salvage, I imagine. I'm gonna hang on to that in case I change my mind. Let's get rid of the Berserker's Kite Shield.
If you know which end to hold, I've got a sword or two
I
you might
did!
put to use.
I salvaged all of it. Sell Berserker's Kite Shield for a decent amount. Holy crap, I'm coming up on 200k gold right there. That's amazing. I am happy about that. We're doing really good for money. Oh, I really want to get rid of some of this stuff. Oh, I can get rid of the skill book since I already used it. Cool, and that gives me a pretty penny right there. Alright. Any other way I can free up a little bit of inventory? Oh, I can get rid of these journals. They weren't actually needed in the quest. Alright. I think that should be good for right now. I salvaged some and I sold some. We're doing everything here. Alright. So, nothing to strengthen. So, what was it I needed as far as socketing goes? Because I know I did get that. Oh, it was the Azurite Helm. 2 utilities and an armor. Sweet. Alright, let's see what we can make. Mana regen, I don't really care. Stun duration. That could be interesting. Ooh, plus 10% health. No, I can't turn that down. Confirm. And what can I make with my last two? Plus 5% damage at night. No, I don't care about that. Alright, can I craft any interesting armor gems with those? Plus 15 armor? Yeah, I may as well for right now. Confirm. Continue. And let's socket those. Alright, Crusader's Gem goes into the first utility slot. Plus 10% health, I like that a lot. And then an extra plus 50 in armor. Fantastic. Alright, that was productive. So, enough with all the selling. Let's go into the spooky well. Now that my backpack is so light, it's like there's barely anything in there. Is there anything in that backpack? I can't tell. I'm squinting, but I don't see anything. Barely anything in that backpack. Sell those robes? Did I? I think I sold all my robes. If I didn't, I wasn't. If I didn't, I wasn't paying attention, which is a very real possibility. But yeah, no, I don't plan to use robes. So if I didn't sell all my robes, that was definitely a mistake. Another thing to put on the to-do list for next time I hit up the shop, I suppose. And now I actually need more gems. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a lot of those guys. Ow. Ow. Damn it. I thought I was going to do something clever there. And then I didn't. Or there either. That worked out nicely, though. Get that savage first. No more spoons. Sweet. Ow. Sweet. Nice. Alright, so new mission for this playthrough, or for this today's stream, is I gotta try to remember to use my shield a bit more. Since, I mean, in that case, I think I was doing the right thing. But I think since, especially when I'm fighting like one big guy, since my new build is all centered around staying into combat and just wailing on guys all the time, I think I'm going to need to start using that shield more than I'm dodge rolling. So I'm going to try and remember. Going to try and remember in future combats to... Ooh, hello, I see you. Can I disarm that? I thought I took the thing that let me disarm that, but maybe not. Ow. I thought I could disarm traps. Maybe I was thinking of something else. No, I could have swore I did. Maybe I reset something. Oh, at least I can see them. That's good enough. As I roll around, of course. And my record was full, so whatever horrific nasty is at the bottom of this well, I'll reckon the shit out of it. I'm happy about that. Seriously, is there's no way I can just trigger that from a distance? Ow. I should have seen if I could shield my way through that, actually. See, there I am, already forgetting to use my shield. Oh, there's a whole bunch of guys over there. That's not good. Oh, just a bunch of kobolds. I can deal with them. Oh, I thought he was a boss and used that spell on him. But no. At least I'm getting that battle here again. Doing tons of damage now. Nice. Alright, there we go. Find the missing crystals. Oh, I thought that was some sweet shard. I was just reading your comment about I'll experiment with the shards. Ooh, big round red one. Nope. No, that's one of the bad crystals. I don't want to experiment with that. Don't slot that into your armor. It's a bad idea. Nice. Alright. So I'm gonna have to remember now, I don't necessarily need to focus on mercantile now that I'm making tons of money, unless the vendors coming up in the future are really, really expensive. Oh, I see all those. Oh, this isn't gonna end well. Ow! I'm not sure how I was supposed to avoid that one. Oh, that's what those knife blades are, the stupid bomb throwers. Guess they go down easily once you get close to them. Ow. There's another one too? Didn't even see him. Sweet. Ah, camera. Come on, camera. Work with me here. Oh, there's another one! How long? How many of these bomb-throwing assholes can there be? Ooh, almost died there. Gotta be more careful. I'm so busy worrying about that camera. Yeah, as you've seen, I'm not the best with names, but that red crystal is the one that corrupts people. Fought that troll that had that corruption. I wish I could think of the name. I'm so bad with proper nouns, but yeah, no, that's what the quest we're on now is find those red crystals and get them all back together and presumably dispose of them. But when I first saw that crystal in the inventory as I was looting them, I thought, oh, this must be a sweet crystal for crafting. No, don't craft with the corruption crystals. Anything over here? Oh, hey. I can dive. Oh, sweet. Didn't even realize you could do that. Shows how much I've been paying attention. Alright. Another thing over here to check out. Cool. And land ho. In a bit, yeah. Ah, just out of my range. Ah, right over my head. Awesome. I see that guy running though. That's gonna be a problem. Shoot! Oh, almost got out of it. That would have been amazing. All right. Got to remember to up my battle frenzy if it's already not maxed out. No, that's just in the story. I was just joking about slotting it into my stuff. I just mean that's something something I'd be dumb enough to wonder next time I got to town. Oh no, why can't I slot this sweet looking red crystal into my armor? And also, why does it make me want to kill? Oh, I'm running out of lockpicks. Might have to pick up some next time I go to the town. That sucks. Alright. Another chest. Very easy. How much you want to bet I break a lockpick on it? Nope. Sweet. Awesome. Starting to actually get some decent crafting crystals now from just finding them around. So I'm gonna have to see about leveling up my sagecraft ability so I can actually make some use out of them. Start crafting some cool stuff. Ow! Oh, right at point blank. And it didn't even hurt him. Of course. Nice. Oh, that was well timed. Seriously, the red crystals that are just called crystal are weapon gems? Because if so, like I said, I'm definitely that guy that's dumb enough to start slotting them in all my weapons. Come on. Sweet. Slot all the crystals. Oops, did I miss one? Yeah, one of the corpses must have it on it. Glad I noticed that early. Alright, that's 3 down. 1 to go. And yet my gloves and my sword are still on fire even in the water. That's magic for you right there. Let's check behind this waterfall real quick, get the loots. Cool. And then before we go too far... Oh, is that wolf? That might be Brother Wolf right there. Come on. Get up on land. Yep.
Stay back. I don't know who you are or how you found me, but you will not have the crystals. They are mine. Don't make me kill another.
You got a thing around your head, dude. You might want to get that checked out.
I had no choice. He was trying to destroy the crystals. He didn't understand that we've been chosen, that the crystals wanted us to possess them. The strange woman was right. She knew the crystals' power. That's why she wanted them, but we told her nothing. When she left, Father dropped the crystals back into the well, but they sang to me, told me to kill him and rescue them. Their voices, so beautiful.
Look, I don't care what a crystal tells you to do. Don't listen to the rocks. I wonder what that hand symbol is, because there's no percentage there, but your curse is broken. Oh, dispelling!
Oh, Father
Just after I
Adair,
found the book, too.
what have I done? I never meant anyone harm, especially not the Father. Please, you must help me destroy the crystals, stop the corruption. My whistle may help you find them. I use it to speak to the crystals, sing to them. I am not a bad man, just a weak one. I will pay for this sin for the rest of my life, however long I wish that to be. Go!
That was cool. That was the first time I've actually seen a speech check that required dispelling. Not like I planned to use dispelling all that much, but that's cool. So what do I do with the whistle? Is the question. I'm not sure if there'll be anything in the water, so let me head to land next. And then I'll see if I can use the whistle to do anything. Prismeer, yes, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you very much, Al. Yeah, Prismeer was what I was thinking of. I figured it was Prismeer, I just didn't know the word. And yeah, like I said, I'm the type of guy that would be grabbing the Prismeer and slamming it in all the sockets on my armor, just taping them to the sides. Hello, glowing skeleton. Alright, so can I use the whistle here, or is that what I gotta do? Whistle. Glows slightly when held and emits a weak ringing sound. Oh, well, right on top of it. Figured. Alright, why do I need to take the crystals back to Hallam? I guess maybe he'll know a way to destroy them. And I would like to get them destroyed. I think that'd be a very good idea for everyone involved. Alright, where are we going from here? Back to the House of Ballads? Let's do that. Yeah, I still haven't seen Prismeer in any sort of quantities.
Leave it to
Whoa!
Hassan the White and his pet to expose my plans. You will regret ever joining the House of Ballads.
What are the crystals?
You'll have to try better than that, beloved. I keep secrets for a reason.
That was worth a shot.
I wanted the mission's crystals, but the mortal and his boy would not cooperate. But I always find a way to get what I desire. Don't we all?
Where is the king?
Winston is with me, and he will stay with me until I deem it fit to return him. If the House of Ballots wishes to have its king, it must send its greatest warrior. Since I have all of them, that leaves you. Come, I wish to collect you as well. I will be waiting.
That's actually lucky, because I'm probably better than all of those schmucks put together. Prismeer can also be made into Prismeer Dust, which can be made into a potion that gives you an experience boost. Ooh. Now I want to find lots of Prismeer and then drink it constantly.
This is not just about the court anymore. You have roused the maid's interest, and it is clear she wishes to add you to her collection. We must do as she commands, but we will be prudent in how we proceed. This ballad, the champion, is one to be undertaken with great caution. So, Sagrul, are you ready to make the preparations and depart? Now is the time.
Let's do it. What is the champions?
It is a tragic ballad of a knight who entered the maid's kingdom only to fall prey to her enchantments. His name was Sir Elswin, and he had the best of intentions. Elswin gloriously overcame Windermere's defenses, but it was on the edge of the Weeping Gorge that the maid came to him and clouded his thoughts. Now he stands forever as the maid's lone champion, defender at the gates. All who wish to enter the kingdom of Windermere must go through him.
That sounds tragic. I'd rather not do tragic. I just kind of want to kill her. Why must we be prudent?
I cannot foresee the outcome of these events, Sagrul. This version of the telling has never been told. I can hardly bear to think of what is coming. You must do all you can to preserve the House of Ballots, even as the maid tempts you with her promises of freedom. We have a responsibility to what has come before.
Oh no, a new telling. Stream title even more apt tonight than usual.
She covets King Wenson and always has, by taking the whole court of enchantments. She is sending a strong message. Revenge is now what she desires most. There is more. There is you. The maid is a curious sort, one whose interest is easily aroused. Your presence has altered the telling, and she wishes to learn why.
I'm ready now.
Then it is time. You are the last knight of the House of Ballots. You represent all that we've been through, all that we are, in this telling and all those to come. There is little you can do to prepare for the journey ahead, but take another resurrection potion like the one you used to save Ferrara. You may need it.
Interesting.
This is all I can offer you. The rest of the story is yours to tell.
How do I get there?
One can always find what is sought if the desire is strong enough. Venture northeast of the House of Ballots, and you will find your way. You are our last hope, Sagrul.
Well, that was badass. That is badass. Alright, so, quick stop to drop off equipment again. And then, it's time to kick some Maid of Windermere ass. I like this quest a lot. The fact that she kept popping up and screwing around with stuff was a good surprise, something the game hasn't really had enough of, I think. I would have liked to see more stuff like that, but although the game swerved me a couple times with how missions ended, it's all still pretty much gone by a pretty standard template.
Was taken to bed.
I think that really is the first time that I've really felt blown away by a surprise. Very cool quest right here, very cool.
Hello.
I'm eager to see how, I'm betting there's going to be some interesting conversations coming up. I'm looking forward to those as well. Alright, no new weapons. Nothing new as far as... Ooh, frost robes. Sell the hell out of those. Oh, that must have been what you meant, the frost robes. Yeah, I should be selling those. I don't know why I just passed over them. Ooh. Oh, fantastic. Now I really need more gems. Yeah, geez, that's fantastic.
Inga won't bite. Just tell her what you want mending.
Alright, frost robes, 18k. And that pushes me into 200k. Fantastic. And yeah, I can sell that. Can definitely sell those. And I'll sell that. Wow, jeez, I'm making money now. Very happy about that.
Good then.
Got some chicken, what are you doing now? I'm doing another round of salvaging and selling, and then I am headed to go kick the crap out of the maid of Windermere. Because that sounds freaking awesome. And I'm really excited to see how this quest plays out. I think this has been my favorite quest line in the game so far. It's really exciting. Oh, that one had a weapon socket. I hadn't seen any of those yet. Alright. Sweet, sweet. See if I can make any more gems while I'm here too, now that I got more slots. Finally I'm starting to come into slots here. That's exciting. Alright, what do I have with slots in it again? Alright, I've still got one utility socket there. Excuse me. Whew. And I've got... So I've got 3 utility sockets and an armor socket. Let's see what I can make. Mana regen, don't care. Health, I already got one of those, but that might be nice to have another one. Health regen, that's so tiny though. Oh, it's because it's all, those are both cloudy shards. Alright, so I've only got one lambent, so let's see what I can make with that. Health regen, health, and mana regen. I'm going to hang on to these until I can make another lambent at least. I feel like it'll be more powerful than wasting a cloudy and a lambent right now. Alright, this is exciting. Let's save real quick. And off we go. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a walk to get to Windermere. I'm thinking I must not have been up there yet. Yeah, no, I must not have been there yet. Interesting. New territory, that's always nice. It looks like it's another dead-end area like Ettenmere, but still. it'll be nice to check the place out. One-shotting those guys now. Yeah, I think I'm done with this area. Alright, so let me guess how this is going to go. I'm going to get there. She's going to try and talk me out of killing her. I'm going to tell her to go screw herself. Then she's going to make me fight a whole bunch of her guardians. Try and talk me out of it again. Then I'm going to tell her to screw herself. How am I sounding so far? And there's a hidden chest over here. May as well grab that. Cool. All right. So I should just need to get to the road over here. Yep. Got a little cave thing going on here. Some freaking brownies. Luckily they aren't much. See as they punches me, damn it. Every single time. Always jinxing myself. Alright. Hard chest, prisoner lock. Nothing great. I hope I'm doing good on lockpicks. Oh, hello.
You've come. Wise. Wiser than those other fools in the House of Ballads. It is their inability to see beyond themselves that has brought them to this end.
It's kind of true.
This is my realm, and any who seek to cross it must first face my challenges.
Naturally.
The Wall of Thorns awaits.
Well, that doesn't sound fun. What's the Wall of Thorns?
As it is in the telling, so it will be for you. Only a true knight of the House of Ballads may pass beyond the wall, and every true knight needs armor. Tell me, beloved, are your tales worth a minstrel's breath, or are you just dust waiting to fall?
House of Ballads armor. Alright. So I have to be properly dressed to kick her ass, of course. The enemies in here are still gray. I wonder if I was intended to do this a long time ago. Oops. Well, I'll make this quick then. Freaking tumblers. Also, he's not Grace though, so it's not everybody. Just those guys at the entrance mostly. Ow. Oh, I forgot how much I hated these guys. Alright, cool. What's going on here?
Stop! Look who it is, Creth. Callum the White has sent his right hand to tear at Our Lady's good name.
Oh,
You are
shoot.
interrupting a duel for the ages. There can only be one Windermere champion, and it shall be me. Of course, Creth has never been one to concede gracefully.
Dang it. I need your armor, guys.
Need our armor? Is this a jest? You will never impress the maid. She is only interested in true knights of the realm. Perhaps you can help us choose the Grail. Creth and I were just fighting over who should be the maid's true champion. Unless you believe yourself worthy of such an honor, then by all means challenge one of us to a duel. The prize, your sought-after armor.
Why are you fighting?
We honor this field of battle in the name of the maid, who can have but one champion. Only one defender of Windermere, and one worthy of her love. Creth thinks it is he who she desires, but he is wrong. He is always wrong.
Where is the champion?
There can only be one defender of Windermere. As Sir Elswin was no longer worthy, Creth and I dispatched him hastily, and in a manner befitting one of his service.
You frickin' fair idiots. What if I choose you?
You may win more than just my armor, Sagril. You will know that you are truly the victor, for Eärmar is the greatest knight ever to raise a sword in the maid's name.
I guess I'll fight you, you stupid, stupid fae.
Indeed, I must confess, this was the outcome I desired. Shall we?
Oh, jeez. Oh, come on! How is this a duel? In what universe is this a duel? Ow. How could anyone even consider this a duel? The odds are not fair. Oh, let's duel one-on-ones. Me and my big stupid friends. I'll take this guy on. Do a little more finesse. There we go. Sweet. Bullshit duel. I don't think this guy knows how to duel. I don't think he has the faintest idea how to duel. Alright, nice gem though. Let's see what it is. Oh, plus mana. Suppose I'll take it.
The kingdom cursed by maids.
God, that's quiet.
When all were doomed to sleep, the lovely Bellmaid rescued all, despite her cause to weep. And why did Bellmaid cry, you ask? Her king Wenson was ill. The evil maid of Windermere had tried to break his will.
Crap, it is so quiet. Good mastering, guys. Real great. No, it says I can equip it. It doesn't look like it has any... Yeah, it doesn't have any requirements. It's terrible, but I can equip it. Alright, if I must. Oh, I gotta put on robes, too. I don't want to wear robes. Oh. I feel so squishy. See, I was just saying how easy all the enemies in here are. Well, now you have to wear shitty armor. How easy are they now? Blah. Alright. Whoa. Good sprites, my favorite. Ow, ow. Oh wow, they do damage now. That's not good. Tricksy little bastards. Take this guy out. Almost. There we go. Whew. I don't know that I want to be getting in fights while I'm here. This seems like a really bad idea. At least they give decent gold. Alright, so I gotta slip across that bridge, maybe see if I can grab that hidden chest. Just up past here. Oh no, no, I don't want to fight a troll right now. No, 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 no. Alright. Oh, and of course he's one of the ones with the magic thing. Naturally. Alright, I don't want to get too aggressive since I don't have my good armor anymore. I'm gonna play it a little bit safe. Not taking nearly as much damage as I'd like. Good stuns there. Oh, I see a shrine on the other side of the waterfall. Maybe a chest too. Well spotted. Alright, that could have went worse. I'll take it. You know, that would have kind of sucked if the armor I needed to finish the quest it wouldn't let me put on. I mean, I suppose if it was one of those games like, well, you have to be a mage to complete this quest, but I'm glad it didn't pull that on me. That's junk. A shillelagh! Sweet! And I got an achievement called Blades of Glory, I assume from getting named items. Sweet. Oh, not in the mood, Sprite. Not in the mood. Still love that hook pull. Trolls are wild fae. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was just reading a book. Don't suppose you read the Dresden Files, Al, because that's a plot point in there. It's the trolls are wild fae. And that would be really funny if you've read that too. Alright, it says the point's above Mount, yeah. Curve around here, see what that point is. Another lore stone, cool.
She took the cloak of Ammon's weak
So quiet.
through summer's end to break the seal of magic's veil. Auror's love she'd pretend. Seduced by Belmaid's false love, Sir Auror let her free. Then Belmaid did cloak herself, and castle she did view.
I don't know why nobody noticed some of those lore stones are barely even audible. Because that is silly. Alright, here we go.
Well, I grow more impressed with every head you lay before me. Well done. You rival even Sir Elswin in your foolish arrogance.
That's me.
You may have passed the Wall of Thorns, but the Weeping Gorge proposes its own unique challenges.
Do you have anything that doesn't sound terrible? Who is Sir Elswin?
He was captain of the Royal Windermere Guard, and my staunchest defender. His body lies below where it fell. I mourn him in my own way.
Yuck. What about Ermir and Gref?
Like all the others, little phantoms hiding behind the victories of the past. Weak minds are the easiest to control, and those two are mine now.
What is the Weeping Gorge?
It is what prevents my enemies from simply marching into my kingdom and feeding it to the flame. To raise the bridge, one must defeat its guardian, the legendary Sir Elswin. Only then will the path make its way open to you.
Ah, damn it.
Alas, Sir Elswin has been killed, as goes the story. This time I fear he's staying quite dead. Another terrible price of our waning magic. Pity.
Well, that'll make it easier. To cross the bridge, you must kill Elswin. Also, he's dead. Do I gotta go below and check out his corpse? Does he have some sort of sweet bridge key on his corpse? Hopefully. Otherwise, I may be in trouble. Let's go find the brave knight's corpse. Oh, the resurrection potion! Sweet.
Ha! I have you right where I... Wait! What's the meaning of this? Who are you and where is my opponent? Oh! I see what happened. Blast! Perhaps next time.
Well, it sure is lucky that guy just randomly for no reason gave me a resurrection potion, because that came in handy. How did you die?
A great sword to the throat, how else? It was gloriously bloody, if I recall. The champion had been told to end my service to the maid.
I need to kill you.
Really? I don't think so, Dustling.
And we're doing this now. Oh, and of course he's got a shield against magic. Why would he not? At least I'm setting him on fire. Despite the fact we're fighting in a river. Juggle the shit out of him. Nice. So I resurrected him so that I could kill him again. This guy's having a bad day. Oh, hey, you brought me back to life. Thank you. Yeah, about that. Well, Shane giveth and Shane taketh away. And sweet. Bridge crossed. And I see something up ahead, so let me save one more time. Is it final battle time?
Stop!
Sir Craft.
Enough, mortal. You presume too much. This song does not belong to you. There can only be one champion, and his name is Sir Craft.
Oh, don't make me fight you two. I don't want to do this.
Perish and rot as a corpse in the sun? Huh, it's a bit late to change your mind now, isn't it? Goodbye.
And naturally, he's brought friends too. I can hear him back there. I'm gonna see if I can finish him off real quick. Ow, maybe not. Come on. Come on, stop stun lock. Damn it. Freaking ruin. Oh, come on. Really? There, finished. Oh, these guys, freaking thrashes. I hate these guys. Oh, he doesn't like fire. Excellent. Just what I was hoping for. He doesn't like fire? I don't like thrashes. Sweet. And that way, I got to keep on to my reckoning mode. Because I still am thinking I'm going to have to fight the Maid of Windermere. So if I could save my reckoning mode for that, that'd be real nice. Alright, onward to the big fight. Hello.
You are brave. No mortal has ever set foot in my domain. Isn't it wondrous? I've spent centuries whispering my wishes to the earth, the trees. The crystal has made it so.
Damn it.
Never before has there been one worthy of sharing it with me. Do you fancy yourself a ruler? Join me and my enchanted beasts in this, the autumn of my kind.
You'll be dead before then.
And you mean it. That is why you so fascinate me. You continue to snarl, even in the face of your own demise. Admirable. Stupid, but admirable.
Autumn of your kind?
Hallam has seen it, and I dream of little else. The tale of the Fae enters its final telling. All the old songs will perish with their heroes, and a new era will begin. And while the end is near, it has yet to be written. You are the harbinger of change our people have long feared, and with you lies our legacy.
Tell me about the crystal.
Whatever I desire, it makes possible. I wanted to change the ballads, and I have done it. I wanted Wenson, and he is mine. The Prismere makes it so.
Prismere? Oh geez, so she's the first corrupted of the Summer Court. That is bad.
Those who seek to be my subjects, to serve me in every way. The wild fae you see before you are under an enchantment. This keeps them docile. You are safe here so long as you do not anger my friends. They will pay you no mind. But some advice. Keep your weapons sheathed.
But where's the king?
Wenson waits for you in my castle. But only a fool would simply invite you in. And I am no fool. I have been part of this story for too long. This village is my legacy. How the world will remember me when all the courts have fallen. Below, my army prepares to wipe clean the songs of yore. You could lie beside me in the waning days. But if rescuing Wenson is what fate has written for you, then you will find him. And you will find me.
So here's the other thing I'm wondering. I am wondering if I need to play out the story. the tale they were talking about. If I have to pretend to go along with her at the last moment and then stab the crap out of her. That seems logical, right? Alright, kingdom full of monsters. I see, I see. Spooky.
Welcome. You're not at all what I expected. I am Sagril,
What?
Chancellor of Windermere. She said you were beautiful, although I have noticed that she has peculiar tastes. You're just in time. Our little army is building up quite nicely. I was beginning to fear that we'd actually have to execute the lady's plans, ludicrous as they are.
You're not Sagril, I'm Sagril.
Of course you are. Forgive me. I often forget that my time with the House of Ballads is past. Now I am but a prisoner of the maid. We all are. You see, this place, it's calm. It is only an illusion. The maid uses her strange crystals to pacify the beasts, just as she enchants our friends. We must destroy the crystals to earn our freedom, but they are invisible to all but the maid. It is her song that calls them.
Where are the crystals?
The crystals are hidden around the village and forest of Summer's End. You cannot see them with the naked eye. They appear only when summoned by a musical tone.
Ooh, the whistle.
Every summer ballad ends in the maid's defeat. Time and again she has played the villain. Now she intends to change that permanently, and she has the power to do so. This army is not a new device, not at all. It is all part of the great ballad Cursed Kingdom, in which fair Queen Belmaid reduces the maid's army to a scattered mob. It is the source of her power and of her madness. Normally she's not so terrible to be around, if you don't mind plotting and treachery, that is.
Of course.
Please, it is just Sagril. I am no knight. I only recently came of age. The maid seized me just as I was leaving my hollow, as though she had been waiting. The great cycle has left me vacant, but I am no friend of the Maid of Windermere. Though the Winter Ballads name her a hero, her favourite role is the heartless tyrant.
Well, that explained where Sagril disappeared off to all that time ago.
The beasts in this village may act civilized, but they are anything but. Cross them and they will kill you, just like their wild cousins would. What are you doing here?
Alright, time to go play a whistle and break some crystals. All comes back to the Prismere in the end. Once again. Go figure. Alright, so let's try going somewhere quiet first. A little bit away from the beasts. Get a little bit of privacy. And then let's try playing the whistle. Oh, yep, that added it to the map. Sweet. I see some hidden chests around here too. Have to grab those while I'm around. And before everybody gets it in their head that they should start killing me. I think that'd be an efficient use of my time. Oh, but I have to keep playing the whistle to keep everything on my map. Alright. So that one's up high. Let's head to that one first. Windermere Castle. Cool. Alright, can I... What was that other option? Map to radial? Alright. So let's toss it up there. Let's try that out. Cool. That'll be a bit more convenient. And there's the crystal. Sweet. One down, a few to go. Glad no one's paying attention to me just running around playing a whistle suspiciously. Oh, hey, another lore stone.
Around the castle was the fair, who lulled to sleep from song.
It's so quiet.
The maid would make an army here, some hundreds of thousands strong. And like the rakish Sir Sagron, the bell-maid snuck through entrance to glade, and found a source of evil there, a crystal of the maid.
It's so quiet. I couldn't even hear that one, honestly. That's why I just wandered off. Like, what am I even supposed to do here? Oh, there it is. Oh, that'd be cool if I could still destroy it while it's invisible. As long as I knew where it was. But no dice. Alright, next up, looks like I probably gotta go up a little bit. I bet I'm gonna have to cross the stream to do that. Just let me do that right now. It's a nice looking area at least, and it is kind of spooky being around all the monsters as they're just wandering around. Or the wild fae, as it were. Yep, over this way. I think I can see one of them. I see a lore stone too. So let me get the lore stone first while I'm thinking about it, because I tend to forget about those pretty quickly.
A mighty fey hammer she took in hand, and, singing like the lark, she ended the enchanting haze that deepened in the dark. The creatures freed, released from spell, became savage once more. The crystal posed a threat to fey, bell-made hand to smash the ore.
See, that's pretty interesting, because that sounds an awful lot like what I'm doing right now. And everyone's been saying she changed the tail, but this sounds like the tail. Is that the new tail right there or something, or is the old tail just a lot more similar to this than they thought it was? Interesting. Well, let's find out. Alright, should be one right there. Alright, just one to go. And it's down below me, it looks like. Looks like there's a path right here. Convenient. Alright, let's see what we got. Over this way, I think. Yep, right on top of it. Oh, and of course now they're all hostile towards me. Why, thank you for that. Awesome, fantastic. You're supposed to be hostile against the maid, dudes. Gotta work together here. Work with me on this. Oh, some of them are just attacking each other. That's pretty cool. I saw a chest over here too. Oh, but I'm in combat mode now. Alright. Come on, I just want to open the chest. Alright, close to another level too. So, Sagirl, everything's gone to shit.
Hello. Quite a display, my friend. It makes me proud to share a name. You made quick work of the maid's army. The lady herself, however, will prove more formidable.
I imagine. Get me into the castle.
Take this. It's the key to the village bell house. That bell rings with the same tone as the flute, only louder. So loud it can be heard across these high mountains. The toll will break the enchantment on the maid's castle. Then you will have your chance. Make the most of it, my friend. It may be your last.
Sweet.
And now I am free. I do hope we meet again. I would like you to have this. It's a talisman. I have no need of it where I am going.
Hope it's something good. Where's the bell tower?
Just above the chantry. The door to the castle is warded, but once you ring the bell, that ward will be no more. May your gods protect you.
Alright, real close to the end for this quest line. That is awesome. Seriously, best quest line in the game so far right here. Ow. I don't even know why I picked this fight. Let him fight those guys. Fight those guys. You guys enjoy yourselves. Wrong place, wrong time. I'm just gonna head over here. You guys have fun now. Oh, I can't enter, of course. Because I'm in combat mode. Ow! Of course he's still focusing on me. Because why not? So yeah, I've got to kill every monster here, pretty much. Oh, and there's another troll. Sweet. Let's kill these guys first. I can stomp champions. Stun. Most of it. Nice. Oops. Saved by the brony. Got that nice battle frenzy off him too. See if I can make some use of it before it expires. Yep, that's a little extra damage. Oh, every little bit helps. Oh, almost finished him off. There we go. Whew. It's a heck of a fight. Would have been a lot easier if I had my good armor and everything. Yeah, they just all kept kind of swarming into that area. I didn't want to fight pretty much any of them, but attracted the attention of a couple, then more started showing up and more started showing up. What are you going to do? But I do have a level, so at least there's that. Alright, how do I want to level up? Well, shoot, let's put another point in Sagecraft. Yeah, I think that's my best option next. Good on blacksmithing, detect hidden, mercantile, persuasion. Yeah, let's do it. Another point in Sagecraft. It'll be another 2 points before I can actually get the next level. What have we got here? Alright, nothing too super. Ooh, that next blacksmithing level is going to be nice, though. Gems as components, that's cool, too. Yeah, so I do have the thing that says I can disarm traps. I don't know why I couldn't do it before. Maybe I have to be sneaking? Traps are displayed on the mini-map. Traps can be salvaged. And then the very last one is lore stones and regular treasures. That'll be cool. What are the other things I can look forward to in the last tier? Can sell stolen items at any merchant. Cool. And nothing special there. Ooh, and I can unsocket gems myself. So cool things to look forward to there. Oops, nope. I confirm that. And then, where is, yes. Let's buff this up a little bit. %, an extra second. 100% and an extra second. Oh, for 6 consecutive kills, though. That's still nice. That's still nice. No, I'm going to put my last point into there. That's fantastic. And I unlocked the next tier as well. So... Oh, man. Oh, I want that one, too. Alright, so those two are both fantastic. I'm going to start leveling those ones up. And then Warcry. That one's not bad, but I want to get those two first. What are the top tier things? Oh, that's not bad, but I have to get Stone Skin, which I haven't touched yet, I guess? I don't know where... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'll be getting that, so yeah. Cool. Oh, I think I can only get one of these, maybe. Maybe? No. I'll see how it goes out. And there's the Wrath. Button mash to increase damage. That totally says that right there. Whew. That is a lot of mana, though. Alright, so one of these two I'll be looking into. Don't really care about that over there. Good deal. And tier 4 warrior still. Oh, I cleared 300 health now. Fantastic. Let's save one more time. Whew. Alright, into that bell tower. Looks like I gotta go upstairs. Check out these chests while I'm here. Probably not stealing, so I'm technically stealing everything. Oh, and I'm full. Alright, let's see if I can fill up my junk a little bit and empty it out. Yeah, that's junk. That's junk. I want to sell... I'd like to sell those, but... Let's just junk that. I need the space right now. Do I? No, I'd probably sell pretty well. Hang on to it for the moment. That I'll junk. That I'll junk. That should be good enough to get me by right now, right? Yeah. And some decent money, surprisingly. Cool. For a yellow tier, yeah, I'd check it out. Thought I may as well. Peasant shoes, I don't even care. Oh, here's the bell rope. Here goes nothing. Time to go in Castle Windermere. This should be interesting. Yep, looks like the gate's open now. Wonder how big the castle is. It sure looks big right there. Oh.
Welcome to my home, beloved. I hope it suits your fancy, for you will never leave it.
Tell me about the castle.
I loathe this rock. Its chilled corridors and dripping ceilings. Its whispering haunts of a past long dead. I no more wish to be the queen of this castle as I do to return to it again and again. I will escape its legacy. That is a promise.
What have you done to the others?
The fates of Creth and Airmer are on your head, my love. Those good knights were victims of this decaying pattern, sacrifices to the House of Ballads. As for the others, they will fulfill their roles shortly. Each has been saved, freed from their well-worn paths. They walk a new road now. My road.
See, I don't oppose giving everybody freedom, but this isn't the way. Where is the king?
Wenson is here, along with his court of enchantments. The great halls and corridors echo with their voices, of the ancient stories told and forgotten. It is time to begin anew, for we write the final chapter of the House of Ballads. Only when the memory of ancient glories has faded can new glory be forged.
Oh, jeez.
Everything you see, the castle and all that resides in it, could be yours. That includes my love. Consider it.
Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to trick her.
And to the dawn, to the echoed dusk, I, the king of ancient ballads, scepter of this house, the falcon of Detir, annihilator of Elkmar, and on, languish in sanctified seat. We will hear no more from the broken sages, nor listen when we venture forth alone. These wintry beckons, brazen gull that calls and boasts to others of her kind, from Magwell, maid of Windermere, once again enraptured me in my home.
Alright, seriously, somebody needs to slap whoever mastered those things. Those are way too quiet. I know I keep complaining about it, but it keeps being frustrating. Because I'm supposed to be getting really engrossed in those stories, and I'm not because I can't hear them. I mean, I can read them, that's nice, but if you're gonna put the voice acting in, I'd like to hear it. Alright. Let's see what terrible, horrible traps this place has in store for me. What we got here?
Sagmel, you've come at last. It's time to cross swords with one worthy of your talents.
What?
You have caused the maid much grief, and that saddens me.
No, I'm supposed to be saving you.
Luckily, your death will provide her much pleasure.
No, I'm saving you. What happened to you?
I've seen the world as it could be. A realm where I can be what I choose. Go where I choose. The maid has enchanted me with her truth.
Oh, jeez. Remember your honor, dude.
I honor the Emerald Lady with every head I lay at her feet. Yours is next.
Oh, jeez. Am I going to be able to save anybody here? This is really bad. Ah, damn it. Shoot. Let's get those sweet bonuses. Nice. I should have killed the little ones first to charge up my battle frenzy. Hindsight. Oh, I didn't really rescue him. That was bad. Oh, this is taking an unfortunate turn. Oh, if she put the whammy on everybody, this is going to be a depressing end to the quest. Even if I manage to take her out now, if I can't save anybody.
A wretched fool of pride.
Come on.
Resist their seduction. I know perdition like the terrestrial cane, a crutch that saps the dew of youth. And yet here was beauty manifested, a heart serene, sublime, a clamorous cascade, all in calumnious wonder. When night falls on the countryside, the noise of wanton opprobrious lechery, the stench of sullen gloom, and the false corpse of sordid history, exhumed to please, compounded, and again interred into the womb of the past. Then am I lost.
swear these things are getting quieter. So it sounds like he tried to falsely seduce her, and it went badly, and he actually ended up falling for her. So that's another twist to consider. Oh, those stupid bitey plants. Didn't even notice them. Wonder how many of those Windermere stones there are. Status. Oh, no. Lore stones. Castle Windermere, there's 5. Summer's End, I'm just missing 1. Alright, hopefully I can find the rest of them while I'm here. Whew. Nice. Oh, and of course there's more. Kill somebody, get that bonus. Bonus really does stack up. Whew. Nice. Alright, looks like there's somebody over here, so... Ooh, almost died there. That was close. Really gotta keep an eye on that a little bit more. Freaking tumblers. Alright, let's do this. Bonus. Alright. Wasn't quite how I intended that to play out. I was going for my quake. We just hit the wrong thing. But that's fine too. That worked out for the best, I think. Call it a happy accident, maybe? Yeah. Spooky looking green water. Sure, why not? I see another lore stone. Oh, jeez. That was a bad idea. No, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope.
Loves the slave. Skeletal mind of
Ah,
pagan of submission.
poison, awesome.
From every she is all. I adore her. I love her without repudiation, malcontent, denial, or falsehood. At times beneath the veil of lusty happenstance, to prove there is no more of Belmaid, my old love. There is only Markweir, only Belmaid.
Alright, let's see if I can rescue this guy. Come
At
on.
last.
Winston.
At last you've come. The maid has made her sick fantasy a reality.
Hey, you still seem
Everything
sane.
she was has been warped by the Prismere crystal she holds so dear. It is difficult to tell if she controls it, or if it controls her. We must escape this place. The telling has failed us, Sagger. Nothing is certain.
How about that? We gotta finish this.
If we must. But I fear I have no role in this song now. We are far beyond what is familiar. The maid will be in the courtyard, where our ballad finds its end. Come, I will show you. Perhaps then I will find the courage that is required. They're around here somewhere.
Gotta do it myself. That's fine. I can do improvising.
This is a tragedy.
This is a tragedy. Sewers. Full of sewer rot. Sucks. Come on, there's not even anything over here for a couple chests, are there? Ugh, mistakes were made. Come on. Sweet. Alright. Stupid bitey plants. Alright, so now we're heading back the way we came, it looks like. Alright, let's do this. Prismeer lockpicks, you mean? Yeah, I've got a few Prismeer lockpicks. I used one on the hard lock back there. I have generally been using them on hard locks, just to save myself a little trouble whenever possible. I think I should be making some use for them. You know, if I'm hoarding everything else in the game, I may as well be spending something, right? Right into it. Oh, at least he's helping out the fight, at least. NPCs in this game don't tend to do a lot of damage, but I'll take whatever I can get. Appreciate it. Oh, there's another one. Dodged. And he sets him up. I'll knock him down. I'll take it. Sweet. Alright, let's quickly see if there's anything I can loot in here. I didn't think there was, but may as well check. Yeah, last I checked, I've got maybe a dozen or so, maybe less. Could be less than 10, not by much. Prismeer lockpicks, because I have been picking them up as I go along, and I'm only using them on. Yeah, the water's poisonous. I know, I took a little bit of damage, but it wasn't too terrible. I didn't really see any way around it, and unfortunately I didn't have any, don't have any sort of anti-venoms, I don't think. Or if I do, I don't, you know, it's not really worth it, honestly. Just, based on what I was seeing there. Wasn't too much damage. It could have been a lot worse, definitely. So, for the moment, not too worried about it. Alright, again, I think that's enough junk to get me by for a little while. And get a decent amount of gold. The hard ones aren't too hard. Alright. So you're thinking save my Prismeer picks for the very hard ones, maybe?
Look at this, Olaine. The maid's old keep still has vermin lurking in its shadows. Tell me, Sagril, is there a reason we shouldn't exterminate you?
Because I came to rescue you! What happened to you?
I was offered a new telling. One where I no longer bowed to the will of a man who is in every way my inferior. For the first time, I was given a choice.
Oh, you don't have a choice. You're still the Maid of Windermere's murderer.
I know who I am. I am Belmaid, servant of the Queen of Spring, the Maid of Windermere.
This rescue mission is not going great, let's be honest. Let's be right up front with that. Son of a bitch. Let's see if we can. Oh, shit! Oh! Oh, damn, I wasn't even paying attention to my health. I should see if I can put on my good armor again now that I'm through the wall of thorns.
Not far now.
Alright. So luckily that wasn't too far back, but that still was not how I wanted that to play out. Oh, damn it. Of course the easy ones are always the hard ones. Alright, so let's see if I can switch my armor now, because that would be fan-fucking-tastic. Game hasn't complained at me so far. That's a good sign. Ooh, that House of Ballad's shield is pretty fantastic, though. I'll keep that. Ooh, looks nice as well. Alright, so far so good. So, this should help. Should actually allow me to hold my own a little better in those fights. Can't believe I was wearing that garbage armor for so long. Alright, let's try picking this hard lock. Oh, ooh. So close. Huh. Yeah, it wasn't too hard at all. Honestly, maybe it's just my terrible reaction time, but I'm noticing pretty much every lock is the same difficulty to me. Some of them I don't have to move the pick at all and I'll take it. And some of them, even the easier ones, I'll just break 3 lockpicks on it. It's kind of frustrating. I'm assuming that wasn't intentional, but it is frustrating.
We must find the others.
No.
They are trapped somewhere in the depths of Windermere. The maid awaits.
Trying to pick up the corpse, but I guess not. Alright. Next time I'll save before that fight, because those Lian Shis can be real bastards to fight. Especially if you got multiple of them. Would rather not be doing that, but what are you going to do? So I forgot to ask, Al, have you played any more since the last time we talked? Or just been busy with school and whatnot? Or other video games, of course, it's always an option. Nice. I think I actually got a little bit of health out of that. It's a good deal. Coming around behind me. Yeah, sure, walk right up to me, Leon Sheets. I appreciate that. Nice. That one went well. Alright, let's save at the top of the steps here. And hopefully this is a little easier now that I've got my good armor on.
Look at this, Olaine. The maid's
she doesn't
old
seem to
keep
have any
still has
complaints.
vermin lurking in its shadows. I know who I am.
Alright, you know what, let's take out the dudes with the ranged attacks first. Which is most of them. Shoots a ton of damage. Oh my god, that does so much! Alright, then she one down. Ooh, Belmonts. Come back in the face. Let's see if I can put the hurt on her a little bit. Oh, camera. Don't do this to me. Alright, cool. Now we're getting somewhere. Took out some of the tougher ones. Just gotta take out Lady Olen now. And I got her stun locked into the corner, so that shouldn't be too hard. Sweet. Dravacar, good evening to you as well. Yeah, no, I wasn't really worried about the stuns there. I was worried about the incredible amount of goddamn damage I was taking, which was a lot. Whew. But, made it that time. Kill her like the rest. Done and done. You know, I'm not trying to kill anybody here. I'm still supposed to be on a rescue mission. It's just going real badly. I want to say, this isn't normally how my rescue missions go.
And with
They're
sacred
normally
vows
much more efficient than this.
the eternal flood of a love
Tend to
lost
be a lot more rescuing involved, a lot more
like the flowered setting of a
kidnappees
jewel
surviving the experience normally. Just so we're all clear,
time and doubt, until at
just
last,
so everyone's aware,
like heaven's jury in a court of chance,
this is an
prophets
unusual
judge the once
situation.
impending evil. Love, but this one most divine and fair. The memory of Queen Belmaid, my faithful heart. The gentle, calming wind that, like the supine earth a tree's embrace, often welcome it. I remember Belmaid.
Exactly how all my rescue missions go. You have no proof of that, and I'm sticking to that. Just want to let it be said. You have no proof that normally all of my rescuees die. For the record, before the court, as far as anyone knows, I'm an awesome rescuer. Alright, so I think all that's left is the queen herself. Can only be opened with a proper key. But I did everything. Let's get the king. Let's see what he's got to
Stop!
say.
Sagar, wait! Go no farther!
What's up? What is it?
I can't do this. I can't. You must understand. Every time I have faced the Maid of Windermere, we've both dangled by the strings of fate, puppets in the telling. Now she is free of those bonds. I would not even know how to face her. Before, my victory was assured. I have never known failure. This story is yours now, my friend. Take the king's token. You are the only one left worthy of possessing it. It was you she wanted all along. I believe in you.
I can't take a fight. There's some tiny chance that I might lose. That's scary. Thanks, dude. Appreciated. Alright. Do it alone. Thanks for nothing. I wouldn't even know how to fight her. You shoot fireballs at her face. Not complicated. Continue shooting fireballs until dead.
We meet in the flesh at last. It is a pity our relationship ends here. I was beginning to think we had a future.
Damn that armor!
As creatures of common purpose.
Look at that freaking armor! Congrats, you're the king of the House of Ballads now. Yay! All hail the king! As my first act, I'm gonna kick some ass.
So they say. But you and I both have seen the coming fire. A change the likes of which no fae, summer or winter, has ever seen. The telling will never cease, but the ballads that make up its grand design will wither and fade, and new ones will blossom on the vine.
And all I had to do to become king is be the worst rescuer in the world. Keep that in mind in the future.
All you have witnessed was for me alone. It was justice. Imagine a lifetime of bondage 100 times over, and you will know my suffering. You, though, you are special. You are one capable of comprehending such concerns. We too, we are misunderstood.
Like, it is true she has a really shitty life, but that doesn't really excuse. It's weird how you get to rule over a purely magical-based kingdom while being a warrior. Right place, right time, I guess? I mean, they've got warriors. They had sword guys. I killed a whole bunch of sword guys to get in here. And I've got magic. I stomp the ground and it explodes. I'm kind of a magic guy, right?
Perhaps, but you and I are the same. We challenge the past and strive to rewrite the future. We are singing the greatest song of all. The Tuatha have taught me that power only comes with the willingness to destroy, to begin anew, and tell new stories. And in Prismeer, they have found the means to do so. I weep for what might have been. You and I, side by side, wielding the power of the crystal. But there can only be one hero.
I'm only here for the blue hair. Hal knows what he wants. Ooh, am I? Does she not have a health bar? That's not good. Alright. That's not good. Ooh. Holy crap! She does a lot of damage. Take out this Leon. Holy crap! She does a lot of damage. Alright, I gotta dodge her attacks at all costs. Shoot! Go down real fast if I don't dodge those. Come on. There. Alright. Come on. Still not doing anything. Alright. How am I supposed to beat her? I guess for now, plan is keep taking out her minions, so I think it's something better. Oh, son of a bitch! Oh, jeez. Not gonna last long on potions if that keeps up. Ow! Thought I had that one dodged, but the sprites were in the way. Oh, I thought I had that one dodged too. That one I was just too slow for. So is she resurrecting them, or is she calling different? Hitting somewhere? I don't think I hit it. Oh no, she has that big boss health bar. What was I even looking for? I was looking for the health bar above her head. Alright.
I beg you. I seek only justice for what has been done to me all these many lifetimes. Don't I deserve as much? Don't we all?
You're destined to die.
This is the kiss of death. You mock me, beast.
Oh, son of a bitch. What's she doing? Ow. What is she doing? God, I hate the rushes. The rushes so much. Son of a bitch. Seriously, I'm not sure there's any enemies I hate as much as Thrushes. You just got the most terrible attack timing. Nice, there we go. Oh, and of course I get that disease thing blocking me. Alright. Yeah, not using God mode. I know. I was thinking for a second maybe it was one of those like scripted battles because I wasn't sure if I was doing any damage to her. But then I realized that it was just because she was a boss. She had the big health bar up in the corner of the screen. Oh, but took her anyway. Not like that. I did take her out. Take her out. That's what I came to do, because it was a rescue mission. And as with any rescue mission, I now killed everyone in the castle. I'm not sure I know how rescue missions work, guys. I think that's not usually how rescue missions work, right? No, that's probably how it goes. I bet. I was getting to it. Loot everything in its time. She didn't even have anything good on her. which is disappointing because I expect bosses to have fantastic loot on them. But no, nothing. Disappointing. I did loot her. I got around to it eventually. Oh, right. Looting bosses. Who even does that in this day and age? I was trying to be polite. Show some respect to the dead. Don't rifle through their pockets. Could learn something from that. Alright. So next, I need to head back to the House of Ballads. So let's go ahead and teleport straight there. No reason to fight my way back out if I don't have to. And I imagine it's going to be a bit of a lonely place here now that... Now that I basically killed everybody. Let me level up. You tease, but my inventory is full. Alright, I'm going to put another point in Sagecraft, I think, while I'm here. Confirm. Then, ooh, what do I want here? Alright. I do want that. Now, chance to steal health, that's nice too. Well, I think I need this. Alright, I'll put 1 point in here just so I can start getting the bonus. And then I'm going to put 2 in here. So when I wade in and I'm just getting wailed on, I got a chance of getting that sweet health. Confirm that, and tier 4 warrior still. Cool. Alright. Alright. So, let's go talk to the king. Oh, Hallam the White, right?
You
I'm
have
the king.
returned, victorious.
Yeah. I have returned. Thank you for noticing.
I know that you had a chance to change our telling, to break the Maid and the House of Ballads from their natural course. Yet, you did not. You struck down the Witch Magware and restored our legacy, for now. But there were casualties. The Maid's death rendered Wenson impotent. This cannot stand. As a result, you have ascended to your rightful place. You are now King of the House of Ballads.
Yeah. And I got an achievement for finishing the House of Ballads quest. New Twist of Fate. You forever change the songs of old by choosing to write your own history and become the new ruler of the House of Ballads. Plus 10 damage with Fey Blades, plus 6 mana, plus 3% chance to steal 5 health. Sweet. I could have gotten Warcry, but I didn't. Alright. Cool. Duck King. Good deal.
The telling has been preserved.
Alright, House of Ballads side quest completed. That's fun. I really did like that quest a lot. Good fights, good storyline twists, interesting character bits. I don't think I could say enough good stuff about that one. And plus, I got some more gems, so I should be able to, or crystals, so I should be able to craft some good stuff to put in those sweet slots that I got. Let's see what I can do. I don't think I have anything better than what I'm wielding right now. I'll double check that. No. Armor. Nope. Definitely you can get rid of that House of Ballads set. That is all crap, except the shield, which I'm still wearing. And keep that on. Gonna keep the potent chauces for a little bit still. Yeah, House of Ballad Shield is fantastic. Alright, let's break down what I can. Getting some good components here, so hopefully I'll be able to make some good equipment pretty soon. I still want to put just a little bit more into my blacksmithing, maybe getting the gem tier. When you get blacksmithing high enough, you can include gems in the crafting process, and yeah, I think the very next dot I put in, I can put gems in there. I think so. And if that's the case, that'll be nice to have. I definitely like the idea of that. Alright. Yeah, I am going to finish the Warsworn quest line. The next quest for them is in an area I haven't been to. So my plan right now is just to finish all the quests in areas that I'm in before I move on. And that's sort of where I'm at right now. Salvage everything. Alright, oh my god, this yellow stuff sells fantastically. Sweet. Oh my god, I'm rich. I don't think I have to worry about mercantile for a little while. No, I think I'm going to be pretty good for mercantile. Alright.
So long.
I'm glad you agree, Al. I like that plan. Alright, I'm going to sell Tempest and Staff of the Sunset while I'm here, too.
Inga won't bite. Just tell her what you want.
Cool. And what the hell? Sell that, too. Just salvage blue and green. I can't salvage blue yet. Right now, all I can salvage is green. I don't have enough tier. I don't have my blacksmithing high enough. I think that's another 2 or 3 points before I can start salvaging blue. I'd like to, but I'm not quite there yet. Once I do, yeah, I'll just be salvaging all my blues. But for right now, alright, let's sell some of my miners too, because I'm starting to get greater tier potions. Yeah, I have a lot of pretty good of those. Alright, I'm good on slots.
So long.
Next up, let's check in right here at Sage Crafting. Strengthen shards. Sweet, got some pristines. Awesome. Alright, what do I need to slot in still? Got one utility. Oh, just the one utility. And what do I already have in there? I've got plus 10% health, so let's see if I can get something else, maybe. Let's see what I got. Craft gems, utility gems. And I want to use my lambents. Oh, health regen per second. Yes. Definitely like the idea of that. I should be able to reskill once I get to Issa though, shouldn't I? I don't see why I wouldn't. Renewing gem. Confirm stocking, sweet. Yeah, I want to see what's there before I reskill if at all possible, and I don't see why I shouldn't be able to, unless I'm missing something. All right, cool. So yeah, I'll check out the lay of the land once I get to Issa, and then reskill and spend a crap load of money getting those extra trainings. But for the moment, let's see what quests I want to do next. All right, something borrowed is way the hell out there. Lock and key, also way the hell out there. Treasures of Meropis, where's that at? Ooh, all over the place. Well, hell, let's do that next. Alright. Alright, should just have to follow the road around to get to that one. Don't actually remember what this quest was about, but they tell me to get treasure and they point me where on the map. I will figure out the rest. Alright. Just around on the other side of the lake, I think, was the next one. I'm getting so close to heading to Issa, that's going to be cool. Not just Issa, I suppose, wherever the next area is. I'm not 100% sure where that is, actually, now that I think about it. I know I had some things to do in Issa, so I'm thinking that might be it. Coral sliver, alright. Just a second too slow on this one. Otherwise that would have been awesome. Freaking tumblers. There we go. Alright. Where to next? Right in the middle of the lake, it looks like. Well, let's head there. Sure, let's go through troll territory. That's an awesome idea. I'm full of those. Edden territory. Whichever. Oh, no. If I could block that. Not straight up, anyway. Probably should have guessed that from the gigantic hammer. Be a little slow with these things, as you know. Alright. Oh no, I stuck this bastard. There we go. Sweet. Continuing on. These guys go down quick now, that's nice. 5 treasures you are picking up now, you're supposed to sell them after the quest. Just tell you because you're a hoarder. Ooh, 5 treasures for me, you say? I'll keep them forever. I'm just saying, if they're shiny, I'm not promising anything. I'll just play it like it lies. Pearl? Alright. See, I see some hidden treasures. See if we got anything good. Not really. And hello. I know you're a thing. Shard, I'll take it. Of course, you kill everything fast once your frenzy is stacked up. Yeah, that is really nice. To get a couple of hits of frenzy in there. Everything else just starts to go down. How about that? Slowly I'm getting there. Slowly starting to bring the build together with the actual skill to be using it. Little bit at a time. We'll get there, folks. We will get there. Alright, I don't see this. Oh, there it is. Just right in the hollow. Ooh. Blue. Alright, I'll take it. Alright, next one is outside of Waterhall Down. Let's get to that one next. Ooh, hello. Welcome to Party Way in there. Grey name Boggart's no biggie. Alright, which way do I want to take from here? Oh, it's in the river, it's hard to tell. Let's start working my way towards it. Figure out once we get closer. I love that wooden noise it makes when I break their little masks. It's very satisfying. Alright, so I suspect I've got to get... Oh, no, I don't suspect. I can tell I got to get down to the river. I just got to see where it's going to let me in there. Maybe I'll head farther down. Yeah, it looks like maybe I can walk into it farther down. Next point of blacksmithing should let you salvage blues. Yeah, if I remember correctly from looking at it, that was the case. And that is going to be nice. Oh, Red Legion. One hit! Nice. Arrows barely even damage me. Fantastic. Red Legion Slayer. Alright, I think I see an access point to the river up ahead. So let's go do that. Try to show that guy what for with one hit. Very nice. Another shard. And the next treasure. A shell, yeah, that sounds like a fantastic treasure right there. Definitely worth the effort. Alright, next one is right outside Didenhall, where I keep going back to sell my stuff. Weird. Go figure. Alright, yes, in the middle of the lake too. How unusual. Alright, come to think of it, I was trying to think, I didn't know which quest this was. This might have been the one I got from the Echo Stone, now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't know too much about that when I took it, so it's possible. Alright, and the last one's right next to Warden's Bridge. Looks like this one's in the water too, maybe. Yep. Let's figure out how to get down there. Oh, it looks like it maybe a... No, it's a jump point off the cliffs. Alright. How to get down to the water, then? That's a good question. It might have to go a long way around. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. No, all the way up the road, it looks like maybe. That's up the way the... Alright, now back and this way. I think I should be able to get to it. Oh, that's a bit of a hike. But it's the last treasure, so it's fine. Get this, finish the quest, and then still not much left to do in this area. And I'm feeling a bit of wanderlust, feeling like maybe I want to see what the rest of the areas are. Eager to see some new lands, meet some new people, kill some new monsters. Imagine you guys are getting a bit itchy to see more as well. Alright, that one actually said it was a relic, so that's actually something that does sound like a treasure, so that's nice. Alright, there's a lot of new stuff to do once you get to Issa. I'm looking forward to it. I'm guessing Issa's another, after all you meet the Mage Guild there. I was wondering, I kept thinking, did I miss the Mage Guild or something? I figured I would have met him by now. But, oh, if they're in Issa, that makes sense. Makes sense. Was that it? That was it, alright. Alright, so what else do we have then as far as that one's right outside Shield Ring. Cool. feel like he might join them. I will join them, because if they have side quests, then I want to be buddies with them. I am always a friend of factions that have side quests.
Yes? Standing about does not befit a war sworn.
I just got here.
Dead? Each and every one? Well, you certainly rose above the call of service. You've earned your pay, and then some.
Alright, not much pay, but I'll take it. Alright, let's see what else we got. There's really not much left. That might have been my last one. May have been. Yeah, I don't care about either of those two. So, time to meditate in the Shi. Sweet. Alright. Save first, though. Let's head to Isa. And of course I'm on the wrong side of the river, at least I can jump in. Alright, finally this big elfy city that all the elves have been talking about for pretty much most of the game at this point. Sweet. It'll be good to finally see this place. Isa is still part of the first quarter of the game. If you look at the world map, you see that the world is divided into 4 areas. The first you're in now. Yeah, I was looking at the map earlier, and the map did look huge, especially the places that I haven't been to yet. But let me ask you this: is it still the first quarter as far as time investment? Like, am I still looking at 3/4 of the game time-wise after this? Because that's kind of crazy to me. If that's the case. That is a lot of game. Oh. And there's Isa. Alright. Let's go talk to some elves.
Welcome to the Gardens of Isa, home of the Summer Court, and the warm heart of the Feylands. It is a rare occasion for us to welcome a child of dust into Isa, but it is equally rare that Niralim chooses a champion. Pleased to meet you. I am Chancellor to the High King. I pray you enjoy our hospitality.
First playthrough took 108 hours. Well, I'm at about 25 hours right now, so yeah, I guess I am about a quarter of the way through. Whew. Alright.
High King Titarian is Lord of the Summerfey, the font of all our wisdom, and first amongst the immortals. And since Godflow tragically murdered the High King of the Winter Court, Titarian is the greatest and last true leader left of our kind.
I am king. Don't forget about me.
The sapling of the World Tree bears centuries of great wisdom. Of course, long-lived as Niralim is, it is still regrettably mortal. Even all greatest mortal wisdom cannot compare to the perspective given by true agelessness. Begging your pardon, of course. We are the Summer Court, the very embodiments of courage, honor, and all things bright and proud. Some envious few in the Winter Court would call us arrogant and self-righteous, as well as all manner of other epithets.
Those jerks.
But remember, we are the ones who stayed true to tradition, while they turned to barbarism. The Tuatha find new recruits from our ranks. The ranks of the Fae were not always sullied by the presence of anything so coarse as the Tuatha. Once, the Summer and Winter Courts existed in harmony. But Godflow perverted the Winter Court with talk of his new god, and from that poison, the Tuatha arose.
Yeah, Dravikar, the few gnomes I've met have all been really cool dudes, so I'm eager to see their city and see what they're all about.
Too many mortals misunderstand the Winter Court. Our cold cousins are not evil, but merely evoke the darker truths of nature, from subtlety to decay. Perhaps it makes sense that children of dust are put off by those who embody their inevitable death, but it is regrettable that so many are misunderstood.
Like I was saying earlier, I really like the House of Ballad's storyline, so I don't want to judge the other races until I see what kind of storylines I get to do with them. I really do like the House of Ballad storyline, but I'll judge after I see the rest of them.
Truly a place of wonder, as it has always been and always shall be. Here springs the life well of Dalantarth, and the greater Phalanx in all directions. It is a pity that some of our kind have fallen to such degenerative states, but we cannot shed a tear for their weakness.
It is a nice city, I'll give him that. He's not wrong.
You must listen to me. Felltown is not to be used as a refuse heap for your possessions, nor as a breeding ground. There's nothing sacred to you dustlings.
What a jerk!
Please, come forward into the light of the font. Don't linger there. I need to see you. Closer. Oh, fascinating. I had heard the telling of your ascension in the House of Ballads, but I never expected to lay eyes upon you. You are free to roam the city at your leisure, even the trellis and the understyle. If you seek mortal trappings, then Felltown will provide.
What's Felltown?
It is a special district set aside for the young races. A haven, if you will. We encourage you to stay within its confines for your own protection. Do not worry. Felltown has the amenities that your kind need to lead a mortal life, such as merchants, a smithy, and a tavern for evening exploits.
Putting all the humans in a ghetto, you jerk.
High King Tatarian fulfills his role as our wise ruler. He gathers around him the bravest and most gifted advisors, and together they make up the Court of Summer. Like his predecessors, Tatarian's goal is to maintain the Great Cycle, and to keep the balance that has sustained us for all these many seasons. The gardens have been here since the first of our kind sprang forth. Only in the last few mortal years have we chosen to make it known to your people, with good reason. This is a safe place, and we intend to keep it that way. To that end, we ask mortals to adhere to the Peace Edict, which forbids weapons in the city.
Don't mind the giant flaming sword on my back. That's a... It's a cane. I need it to walk. I got a bad leg. That's it. I know it looks like a burning sword. It's totally not. I swear to you.
Every living creature in our world is part of a chain of death and rebirth, even the Fae. However, when we pass into the flow of our great cycle, we return again. The king rules from his throne high above on the font, and he has done so for many seasons. You should know this, since you've been sent to speak with him.
Just so you know, the king is super old.
Most mortals in Issa are stripped of weapons upon entering the city. However, there are a few exceptions. Ambassadors and guests of the near limb. We do this for your own protection, of course. There is a fire in dustling blood that must be quenched by violence. I've never understood it.
You guys are so violent. We gotta take your weapons so you don't kill each other. Dude!
The font is older than everything around you. It is the origin from which we flow. If you search for the heart of Summer Court magic, you will find the font. Once, the understyle was all around you, spreading from the garden's gates to the great trunks of the trellis. But that was before the mortals came.
Didn't actually explain what the understyle was.
There is little that mortals need to know about the trellis, for it is where the worthy await their moment before the High King. Everyone who stands before the light of the sun must prepare themselves, lest they be blinded. It is behind me, up the great winding stairs.
Go in there. Screw you.
Goodbye, Your Grace.
Your Grace.
Greetings.
Awesome. Alright. So I got to talk to the tour guide. That's nice. And I see a trainer over here. Hello.
Greetings. What have I done now? Someone in Issa is always looking to send me away. But I won't go. No. Well, if it isn't the mortal I've heard so much about. Congratulations on your successes in the House of Ballads. Well done indeed.
You don't have to bow, but if you really want to, I won't stop you. Doesn't actually say what he trains. That's unfortunate. Alright. So let's not worry about trainers right now. We'll see what they want me to do here first. And then we'll start exploring this whole city. Seeing what they got to do. And it looks like I'm heading up here. The font. The source of all the mystical power of the Fae. Please don't touch anything. Please don't break anything. We'd appreciate it. Yeah, see? That's what I was saying. I'm doing your job for you, dude. Be more on the ball.
King is waiting for you. Please place the codex before him, and he will continue.
Do I have to give him the codex, like, immediately?
You have nothing to fear in His Majesty's presence. He has entered a reverie. It will allow him to unravel the memories and visions contained within the codex. Step forward, and His Majesty will reveal what you wish to know.
When are the Cubs going to win another pennant? I mean, how do I stop the bad guys?
I heard about Haxon. Impressive work.
Why, thank you.
Grand as this is, I can't help but worry about Hughes.
Oh, sweet. Cinema. Oh, I just did that.
Conceived in chaos, birthed in stolen magic, torn from fate.
Whoa.
Child of two fathers.
What?
Treacheries in treacheries. Winter is broken. The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own. In the east it did begin, as it will end. From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage.
Holy shit.
You realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new. And you are a mortal who is free from Fate's weave. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you?
Well, my mind's a little bit blown. No, see, I had the codex and he read it by putting his hand on the codex and then tripping balls. By the Two Fathers comment, he means your birth father and the gnome who built the machine. Ooh! Al, I hadn't thought about that. That's clever. That is interesting. I wouldn't have realized that. I like that. I also wish that I could read books by putting my hand on them and tripping balls. Seems like a good way to be. What fate do you fear?
The time of the Fae is passing. Our land and our souls are diminishing. Few Fae even realize that the great cycle is shifted. Gadflow's war means the death of us all, Fae and mortal alike. It is written in the weave that we shall all pass from this world together. It is too late for us, but not for you. That is the fate which I look to you to change.
What am I? I'm something new.
The power of a god in the brash hands of a mortal. This is why Nirelin fears what you might become. This age has seen much change. Change we once thought was impossible. We were wrong.
What does it mean?
You are intertwined with the power in the East. There can be no doubt of that. Your energy reaches back to Alabastra. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate goal. His god holds your answer and the fate of this world.
I'll do it.
I thank you. And perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act, and they pass on as written. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far a far truer greatness.
Hell yeah. Gadflow will be stopped.
Admirable. But strength of will cannot see you through this alone.
I need strength of
You
sword.
may be unbound by fate, but you are not free from death.
Yeah, he could kill me.
Speak with your allies. Only with their aid can you hope to overcome the forces that stand against you.
You are truly a blank slate, able to choose your own destiny as witnessed and proclaimed by the High King Tatarian himself. +3 experience, +5 gold. I really don't need that experience bonus, but I'll take it. So my new quest is to figure out a way for Gadflow not to kill me. I like this quest. And he gives me 18k, I'll take that. You are the hero in which all our fates rest. Here, have some money.
The weave is a puzzle. Each person is a piece. The edges of their fate locking together with the people around them, all performing their duties to form a grand picture. However, you are no longer a puzzle piece. You are a dollop of paint. You cover and redefine the edges of the puzzle pieces you meet. But more dangerously, you repaint the picture of reality itself. Who can trust that your design is better than the original?
I'm pretty great, I know what I'm doing. It'll be fine.
It is the deepest tragedy that our fall should come from our own. Make no mistake, Gadflow is the harbinger of the end of my kind. In fighting him and his army, you will surely spell our doom. For that tragic truth, we forgive you.
Appreciated.
We are the dreams of warmth and safety, given physical form. But these dreams are endangered by Gadflow and the long winter. Since our kind returned to this world so long ago, it has been my honor to serve as High King of the Summer Court. My rule was always shared with the High King of the Winter Court, until Gadflow arose. Now both of our people are in peril. The Summer and Winter Courts have always ruled the Feylands in harmony, as the seasons wash across the world. But with Gadflow's new god, something changed. The Winter Fae who followed him called themselves Tuatha, and bore a mark of Prismir upon them. Their power has grown, and yet they are diminished. Our cold cousins across the sea. Do not think the Winter Court are enemies, for we love them as family, dismal though they may be. Oh, to walk in their starlit gardens once again, or sip their calming stone tea. But the Tuatha have consumed them, and all of their wonders are lost.
I see you over there, don't worry about it. Alright. More chattings.
I couldn't make out half of what the king was saying, but it sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. Good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I've got a lead on finding an old friend of ours.
Old friend? What old friend?
Old Fulmerus Hughes, of course. If anybody can help, it's bound to be the gnome who brought you back to life.
Oh yeah, he did run
I've been
off, didn't
asking
he?
around, and I was able to make contact with his superior. He thinks he might be able to help find Hughes.
Who's Hughes' superior?
All gnome scholars have a Templar who sponsors their research. And apparently, Hughes' sponsor, Templar Octien, is desperate to find him.
I can imagine.
Go southwest to the Hollowlands and Detir. Octien will be waiting there to discuss how you might reach Hughes. You're not the only one on the hunt for Hughes. Octien has followed his trail to the Hollowlands in Detir. You'll want to talk to him. He once offered me an honorary knighthood after I slayed the Dream Eater of Amora. He was quite gracious when I turned him down. You know the Summer Court in Issa? Well, the Winter Court are their darker siblings. They're not evil, but they're definitely not nice.
Alright, and let's chat with... Oh hey, Ellen Shear.
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agarth's looking for escape. Neuralim's looking for a savior. And Tatarian is looking for a champion. And somehow, you're giving everyone what they want. I'm impressed.
I'm pretty great, it's true. I need all the support I can get.
You're right. This won't be easy. The Tuatha have our forces under siege at Mel Senshir, and their power has only grown over the years. You'll need more help than just me and that old Fate Weaver. You'll need an army.
Got any lying around? How do we get to Gadflow?
A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed. But stealth is no longer an option. Not even for me. But there is hope. In the plains of Erethdal there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. It is time to contact General Telera. Meet me in the village of Emer, and I will tell you everything.
Tell me now. I'm right here. We don't have anything better to do. Just start explaining.
We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price. Neuralim is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. We've known for a long time that Prismere crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen.
That is interesting. Maybe I suppose it's possibly just stumbled across a big old cache of it.
The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature. But they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Tatarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. You haven't been around much, have you?
I was dead.
The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. General Telera was in charge of our forces to the east in Cluracan. But a decade ago, Witch Knight Malwyn and his Tuatha army drove her forces back. Since then, she's been looking for some way to take back the land she lost and regain her honor. You might be just the help she needs.
No, you're supposed to be finding people to help me. Other way around.
Batarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer. But he hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Batarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to the dangers around him. The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw Prismere to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. The Gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Fae, once spread from the forests of Dalentarth, across the plains of Erethel, and even through the deserts of Ditir. Between the madness of the war and the spread of man, Alfar, and Gnome, the Summer Fae lose a little more ground every day. A tragedy for them. Be on your way.
All right, that was a lot of chatting. All right. So all I got right there is the 2 storyline quests. So let's poke our head outside and see what else there is to see. Because, yep, I see another quest giver right over there. Let's see what he wants real quick. Oh no, there's rats in my cellar. You must kill 10 rats.
Oh, excellent. Another... Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could... Why, you're the ruler of the House of Ballads. How extraordinary. You wouldn't be interested in aiding a mere squire, would you? It is well beyond your station to do so, but, well, I face quite the predicament.
What's up, dude?
My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Tatarian, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling. They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences.
Oh no.
I can't afford to offend any of them.
This sounds miserable, but sure.
Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice. Everywhere. Goronet is in the Hall of Appointments, but the others are all over the city. What a nightmare.
What a nightmare.
Farewell, Honorable One.
Hello.
Alright. Any other side quests chilling around on the map? Not that I can see so far, but I'll loop around this road. See if I can spot anything else. That'll get me the lay of the area as well, and that'll be nice to have. Get everything mapped out real quick.
This place is so gorgeous.
Oh.
I get lost sometimes.
There's another quest giver. Let's go chat with them. What's up, dude?
I hope you're here about the job. Demand is higher than ever. I'm just too busy to deal with anything else.
What are you doing?
Making a fortune is what? These visitors come with obscene amounts of gold or treasure. They don't mind parting with it. My plan was brilliant. I created a blade, Fey blade, of course, that makes them authentic, something all of them had to have. That's all they care about anyway, Fey souvenirs. I called it the Honor brand. Truth be told, it's dull as a stick, but it's easy to make. Listen, if you can find the parts and make them, I'll pay good money.
Gold is nice sometimes.
Fabulous, fabulous! You know a good deal when you see it. There aren't enough people like you in Issa. The Fae don't even use money. Can you imagine? Once you start forging the Honor brands, bring them to me and I'll provide you with just compensation. There should be plenty of parts around the city. For creatures with no interest in possessions, they sure know how to collect a fair amount of junk. Sure. You want to know about me? It's understandable. You want to know who you're going into business with. A wise move. Very wise. My mother was a merchant in Rathir, and I learned the trade at her side. I took the apprenticeship with Gwenna Hand mostly to get me into Issa. Now I'm on my own.
Thinking they're on the barter, thinking they're on the barter system, Al? That's possible. I was thinking the other possibilities. It could just be like a communist/socialist thing where they just make sure everybody has enough, just split what they got. It's hard to tell without having seen a whole bunch of it.
Don't keep me waiting too long.
And I don't know if this is one of those games that's ever going to want to show me that much of the economic system. Because let's be honest, that is a slightly silly thing to want to see. But that's how I roll. That is the kind of things I'm interested in. Show me the nuts and bolts. Let me see the little bits. See how everything fits together.
Nobody here but us law-abiding citizens.
Well, that doesn't sound suspicious at all.
Get over here. We don't abide by strangers in Issa. In this city, everyone is family. If you want to get around the peace edict, you'll have to keep your voice down.
I like this guy. Alright, so I'm guessing somebody in here is going to have a backpack, and that's what I'm looking for right now.
Well, technically, we're not supposed to carry or sell weapons in Issa. But I found a few loopholes. As have you. If you're on the market for something deadly, I'm your man. Just don't go blabbing about it to the Fae. They've got buds for brains.
So cold.
I know.
Alright.
Best goods in Issa. If you're looking to buy armor, I'm the only one in Felltown who's authorized to sell it. I'm Gwenna Hand, but my customers call me Gwen. I don't have many weapons to offer on account of the peace edict, but there's still a selection to pick through. Have at it. He's a dear friend from years ago. He spent time as my apprentice, but recently set out on his own. He sells authentic ritual Fey blades outside in the square. My twin brother and I were entering the army to fight for the Alpha when I panicked. I couldn't. I'm not a fighter. I came to Issa instead. I'm not proud of running, but I'm much more useful here as an unofficial ambassador of sorts. Not everyone's a fighter.
Respectable. Alright, backpack? Maybe? Yes? Nope.
Come back again.
Need training? I'm taking. You've been watching me long enough. What is it? Did I wrong you in another life, brother?
What?
Goodbye.
Alright. Nobody in here with a backpack, so I'll keep looking. I'm sure somebody in this town's selling one. Alright, let's continue down this way, because I saw something I wanted to check out over here. Because, is this seriously a circle? Wow. That is seriously a circle of, buff shrines.
How do you know to believe?
Matharo is the path in the darkness, the cry in the night.
Alright, well that's nifty.
How do you know to believe?
Unfortunately, I don't think I can teleport out of this area, otherwise, I'd start buffing up before I headed out. Alright, is there any other place with shops in here? No, not just straight shops. That's weird. Well, alright. I think this is a pretty decent
Amalur.
place to stop for the night. Save my game. Whew. Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Finally got to a new area. Lots of new side quests to do next time. Lots of new areas to explore just from here, too. So this should be super interesting. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. So, my next stream will be Friday morning. My same regular stream schedule. Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. Normal time. So, I hope to see you guys there. Don't forget to hit follow here on Twitch. Get notified when I go live, or you can follow me on Twitter or Player at the links below. I'll notify you there as well when I go live. If you want to see this video or the other ones, check out my YouTube below. Hit subscribe there. You get to see everything as it goes up. This one will be up in just a few hours. But for right now, I am going to turn in for the night. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have yourself a good evening, and thank you so much for stopping by.